So I feel like by now you may have picked up on the fact, the subtle knowledge, that I grew up an adventure game fan. Specifically the Sierra adventure games, although I haven't played all of the LucasArts games as extensively, but I have enjoyed the ones I have played, and one day I need to go through and play all of those. I'm an adventure gamer. And there came in the time of the late 90s, the death of adventure games. It was a sad period. Games were going to 3D, and adventure games couldn't seem to make the transition work. And so adventure games all but disappeared. You could find a couple of little homebrews that people were making as the internet was just starting to pick up. And I was in an EB Games, I think. It might have turned into a GameStop by then, but I think it was still an EB Games. And there, sitting in their computer game section, was a game that had some pretty good looking box art. I'm going to be honest, it was colorful. It was called Runaway, a road adventure. The word adventure caught my eye, and I picked up the box. And I looked at it. And I looked at it with a critical eye, and determined from the box that this was probably an adventure game with decent graphics. So of course I bought it. I had to. And I took it home. And I had the experience you're about to witness. I have very mixed feelings on the first game of this series, which, by the way, I did not beat when I originally got it. I beat it many years later. Started it several times. Never got close to beating it. I got frustrated a lot. And that's the thing. I find parts of this game extremely frustrating. I am not surprised that this game did not bring back the adventure genre. But I will say this in the game's defense. The graphics are beautiful. I like the graphics. I like the character design. I like the writing. I like the acting. I like the art style. I like the story. I don't like the puzzles, which is, the part of the game that requires me. It's the part that makes it a game instead of a movie. I don't like it at all. And I could go into more detail, but I have a feeling you're about to experience why I don't like it alongside me. So, rather than draw this out much longer, I will say one last thing. Runaway turned into a trilogy. So we've got more of this to look forward to. So, if you will join me now in the beautiful, well-made, frustrating game, Runaway. You thought the game was going to start there, didn't you? You thought that was the intro video, and now I'm going to start doing the game. One more thing I forgot to mention. I'm going to ask you to bear with me a little bit on this game because I am testing out not just finding the right balance in the new recording programs I'm using for games, but we've got new hardware as well. This was provided to me by a fan of my YouTube channel. I then had to go out and purchase all the equipment to make it work, but the mic itself came from a friend and a fan. And so, we're going to use it in an LP for the very first time. It may take me some time to figure out how to balance the levels, so I hope you'll stick with me through this process as we learn together. I'll see you guys in the game.